It's Wednesday, September 3rd, 2014. Lynn and Jamie here. We are relocating back to our home in Maryland, and we are in South Carolina. We are approaching the midpoint of our drive. We've been on the road for quite some time, and we will be on the road for quite some time to come. And we are supposed to do a session for video to share with you. The assignment is to work with the intention of developing a vertical pillar of light at the cellular level. Now, we have been working at the level of the biosphere at the cellular level and have discovered that the biosphere at the cellular level is very resistant. No, 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 say the cells. So now the assignment is to start smaller, more manageable, with these particular collections of cells, and work to get these particular collections of cells with a vertical alignment, open to source above, open to source below. And from there, we can move outward into the wider world. This isn't mini-me thinking. This is simply start somewhere, get a base from which to build. Now it begins. Feeling the cells, feeling how afraid they feel. They feel afraid. They feel like they can't do it. But it's actually paradoxical. These extremely difficult assignments that come from Source are the assignments that have the most grace engaged. There's the most divine support. It's paradoxical. The things that feel most impossible are in fact as doable as anything else because of the amount of divine support that's enlisted, right? Right. Are the cells starting to feel a little bit better about it?
A little.
Tiny bit. Ah, the divine plan for these cells.
Yeah.
Now, is there a divine plan for these cells?
Yes.
Let's invite in, if they're willing, their own personal divine plan. Is it true that there's divine support to live our soul plan?
Yes.
And therefore, by inviting in the soul plan and then inviting in the divine support, is there a lot more support than when we just invite in divine support?
Yes.
Because is there support to do anything other than the soul plan?
No.
No. We're on our own. If we're not going to live our soul plan, we're on our own, right?
That's true.
It's just what we ourselves can generate, right?
Right.
So now for these cells, have they been working with a vortex at the cellular level?
No.
No. This looks as untended as the nature realms, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's inside our own physical body.
Yeah.
Wow. How's that for an eye-opener?
That's no good.
Not good. So we'll invite in the vortices for all of our cells, each of them their own individual vortex, right? The one that's right for them. The one in which they can live their own divine lives, right?
Right.
The vortex that creates sacred space for them as a unit, as a cell, right?
Right.
There's a resistance to living the soul plan.
Oh, I feel that.
So let's start to see if we can just grab that resistance gently, gently, and start to rock it and loosen it and see if we can get awareness of what it's about. What do you
Feels
know?
like trying to pull a tooth.
Feels like trying to pull a tooth. Deeply rooted resistance to living the soul plan.
Yeah.
These cells don't believe they can go vertical, right?
Right.
They don't believe they can just live life just between them and Source, right?
Right.
Because it's never been done that way before in this biosphere.
Exactly.
This is new. This vertical alignment is new. Our cells don't believe they can do it because no one has done it, right?
Right. I'm a bluebell.
I'm a bluebell. So if it's in the soul plan, is it possible?
Yes.
If it's in the soul plan, is there a lot of divine support?
Yes.
Right. So now can we rock this tooth loose? Still doesn't want to let go.
Still just wiggling.
Wiggly. It's a loose tooth, but it isn't ready. It doesn't intend to fall out. When things get to feeling impossible, right?
Right.
It can be a challenge, but that's when we learn so much by saying, all right, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. So now to ourselves, we can do this. Here comes someone, he's talking about inspiration. The first higher dimension being who looked like a dentist was talking about peace, and this one was talking about inspiration.
Yeah.
The inspiration of a big goal, aiming for a big goal, having a big vision. Inspiration. And so to remind these cells, this isn't just mini-me survival, right?
Right.
This is about a bigger purpose. It's about serving a higher calling, right?
Right.
This isn't mini-me survival thinking. This is about being able to set an example that's sorely needed. Did I get that right? Is that
Sorely needed.
Sorely needed. Now these cells, some of them are getting up off the couch. I see them like with their hands over their hearts, you know?
Yeah.
And they're pledging something.
Allegiance to the plan.
Yeah, pledging allegiance to the plan. Now there's this huge plan, and we feel our own personal aspect of it, like a harness.
Yeah.
Like a slingshot holder.
Yes.
Drawing this catapulty, slingshotty thing back. Oh. How do the cells look?
Most of them look really excited, like before a roller coaster, and some of them look kind of sick and scared, like before a roller coaster.
Anticipation can be difficult, so let's just pop it, right?
Yeah.
Count of 3. 1. Whew! I think they popped it on 1.
Yeah.
Getting that slingshot backing in place at the cellular level, not only at the level of the organism, drawing it back, back, back. On the count of 3, 1, pop. We already get that. So that's the message about things happening faster than we think.
Be prepared on 1.
Be prepared on 1. Now look at all these cells that are coming up to sign a paper. I don't know what the paper is, but can you see them like a wave of cells coming up to sign a paper?
I keep seeing cafeteria, but it doesn't look like they're getting food. It looks like they're turning in papers.
Well, we were just talking about changing the relationship with food, right?
Oh, that's true. There's no food in the cafeteria. I don't see any food on the trays.
Right? Changing our relationship with food. And so instead of eating physical dimension food, we learn, perhaps, or draw in energy, perhaps, or do something else.
Right.
Do something different.
The papers are being turned in slowly. They should be being turned in quick, like boom, 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 boom.
So let's open up a timeless bubble, right? Open up a timeless bubble to fit this whole cafeteria and group of cells inside of, right?
Right.
So that they have all the time they need contained in this timeless bubble, right?
Right.
Are they all inside the bubble yet? Have I stretched the timeless bubble big enough?
Now, yes.
And now we just put inside the intention, which is vertical alignment, right?
Right.
Open it up to live their soul plan by the time that the time clock says, right? Once more, we're supposed to check the faces on the roller coaster. Merging, channels up,